The United States has officially entered a new phase of its next-generation bomber program with the B-21 Raider. Developed by Northrop Grumman, a second prototype has now been rolled out and is being used to test weapons and mission systems. This aircraft made its first flight on September 11th at the company's Plant 42 facility in Palmdale, California, while the very first prototype had flown earlier on November 10, 2023. The first model was designed mainly to check flight sciences, handling qualities, and performance envelope expansion. In contrast, the second prototype represents a more advanced stage of testing, focusing on the mission systems and weapons that define the B-21 as a true stealth bomber. The Raider is expected to carry a wide variety of weapons, including advanced nuclear and conventional systems, all while maintaining lower operational costs compared to its predecessor, the B-2 Spirit. Its smaller size, reduced complexity, and affordability mean the U.S. Air Force could potentially procure a much larger fleet, with some calls for more than 200 units. The aircraft is expected to carry a wide range of weaponry, including up to 12 B-61-12 and higher-yield B-61-13 nuclear bombs. The B-61 nuclear bomb is the primary thermonuclear gravity bomb in the United States enduring stockpile. AGM-181 nuclear cruise missiles, and a successor to the GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator. Before the B-21, the United States developed several iconic bombers. The B-52 Stratofortress first flew in the 1950s and remains in service even today, having undergone numerous upgrades to stay relevant. The B-1B Lancer, introduced in the 1980s, was designed for high-speed, long-range missions, especially focused on conventional warfare. Then came the B-2 Spirit, the world's first operational stealth bomber, which first flew in 1989 and entered service in the 1990s. However, due to extremely high costs, only 20 B-2s were ever produced, far fewer than the 132 originally planned. The B-21 Raider now represents the next step, intended to combine stealth with cost efficiency, making large-scale deployment possible. Globally, only a handful of countries operate long-range strategic bombers. Russia continues to rely on the Tu-95, a turboprop bomber first introduced during the Cold War, alongside the supersonic Tu-160 Blackjack and the Tu-22M, which serve both strategic and tactical roles. The Tu-160 has an unrefueled range of approximately 12,300 kilometers. Its maximum speed is around Mach 2.05, and it is considered the only operational bomber in the world capable of flying at supersonic speeds. Currently, the United States does not have any supersonic bombers in service. In addition, Russia is developing a new stealth bomber called the Tupolev PAKDA. Unlike the Tu-160, it will be a subsonic bomber, similar in concept to the US B-21 Raider, with an expected range of about 12,000 kilometers. So far, however, no official images of the aircraft have been released to the public. China's main operational heavy bomber today is the Xi'an H-6 family. The H-6K is a subsonic long-range cruise missile carrier capable of striking targets several thousand kilometers away when armed with air-launched cruise missiles. The bomber itself has an approximate range of 6,000 kilometers, although it is smaller compared to Russian and American bombers. In addition, it is believed that the H-6K can also carry the JL-1 ballistic missile. Beyond the H-6, China is developing a next-generation stealth bomber intended to compete with the US B-21 Raider. Some images of this aircraft have already appeared in public, and reports suggest that it could have a range of 9,000 to 10,000 kilometers. This would make it an intercontinental bomber similar in concept to America's B-2 Spirit. Other countries, including major regional powers, do not field strategic bombers and instead depend on multi-role fighter aircraft for long-range missions. Bombers are built for a unique set of purposes. They provide a strong nuclear deterrent by carrying weapons that are both powerful and visible, offering a flexible and recallable part of a nation's strategic arsenal. They also project power far beyond national borders, allowing states to strike targets across continents without relying on forward bases. Modern bombers carry a diverse mix of standoff missiles, precision-guided bombs, and even bunker-busting weapons, giving them the ability to attack hardened and high-value targets. With aerial refueling, they can stay in the air for extended missions, making them both survivable and unpredictable to adversaries. The B-21 Raider's entry into weapons testing marks a decisive step in U.S. military planning. It shows Washington's intent to rebuild its bomber fleet after decades of aging platforms, cost overruns, and limited procurement. By offering stealth, advanced mission systems, and affordability, the B-21 is designed to be the backbone of America's long-range strike power for decades to come, ensuring that the bomber remains a central pillar of strategic deterrence in the modern era. The United States' previous operational stealth bomber is the B-2 Spirit. It was so expensive that the U.S. built only about 20 to 21 aircraft, with a per-unit cost of roughly $2 billion. The original plan had been to produce around 150. To reduce operating costs, the U.S. developed the next-generation B-21 Raider. It is reported that the U.S. Air Force has so far ordered 2 aircraft, and in the picture you can see those 2 bombers parked on the ground. That's all for today's update. Please subscribe and like this video.